Oh, it's about to be so loud. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Here we are about 3 or 4 days later from the last time we were working on this thing, and I was trying to put this distributor on the point style with the vacuum advance and mechanical advance and all that crap to hopefully pick up some power, because I knew that the TFI wasn't working because of no more feedback carburetor and don't know what the hell is going on and all that crap. Well, that didn't quite go how I wanted to. Honestly, I'm an idiot apparently, and I couldn't figure the points out. I tried. It was a new distributor, so it should have been set right, but I tried setting the dwell, setting the gap on the points, changing the cool, and I don't know if I just didn't have it wired right, or I'm just dumb, or heck, I don't know. But it was like, it would never run. It was like I was hitting on every other hole. So I gave up, took it back to the store, said, heck with it, this thing don't work, and ordered an HEI distributor. So we got the Amazon special for like $60, which I probably could have shot myself in the foot if it was junk and didn't work too, and I've been out another couple of days. But I didn't film slapping it on because I was kind of aggravated. So I'll just show you like what we did and put it on and what we set the timing to. Then we'll put the Dragy videos in here because it made a heck of a difference. We did try doing a burnout this time, and it seemed like it actually made the truck hook, which I'm surprised because these old tires are crap. But yeah, let me flip the camera around and show you the distributor, and then we'll talk about what I said all the time and stuff, like how much advance this thing has in it, and what kind of gains it made, because it did make some pretty substantial gains. Like, I guess it wouldn't seem like substantial because it's tenths, but like for how slow this thing is and how little power it makes, there's some freaking substantial gains, which I think is hilarious. I love this thing. I love how slow it is. It's great. It's so much fun. So yeah, let's get after it. Yep, so there's an HEI. So it's basically a GM HEI top. They just freaking stick on a small block Ford style lower, and simple as crap. I don't got a tack in it, so that's what this screen was for. But literally, you just put it in and freaking put 12 volts to it. Boom. That's it. You're golden. That's all you got to do. Hook up your distributor wires. They're kind of wonky. I'll eventually put some new wires on there. One problem is these people have is freaking air filters. You can't run a 14-inch filter because they hit. And I got a 14-inch filter, and it just freaking barely clears because of the spacer. If I put the nitrous plate on there, which we will do later, it will probably be fine. Won't be a problem. I got no clearance up there for a big old air filter and that. So basically, we set the base timing on this thing at 14 degrees advance, and this one has, I believe, 20. I think it's 20 degrees of mechanical advance. So we have a total of 34 degrees of time in it. It's got some 93 mixed in with the old 87. And a little bit of C85 still. So it didn't ping or anything, so it's happy, so that's good. And then obviously we hooked up the vacuum advance here. So under light throttle cruising, it'll have a bunch of timing, which I can tell a huge difference in freaking cruising. This thing has so much better throttle response. It runs so much smoother. It doesn't stink as bad. And it seems happier all the way around. Like I said, I use my old plug wires. We put new plugs in it. They're Autolite 24s, you know, the standard for these things. Gapped them at like 35 thou. But yeah, we'll put the Dragy videos in here and the Dragy reports. Yeah. Oh, it went way faster. Hell yeah. Heck yeah. That thing's a ripper, boys. You went way faster. Literally freaking picked up like 3 tenths. It went a 1083 at basically 65 mile an hour. So we picked up a little over a mile an hour and 3 tenths. So it picked up a ton through the mid-range, which obviously it doesn't seem like a bunch, but for how slow this thing is, it's a freaking bunch. And I had a blast with it. We actually, like I said, tried to do a burnout because it spun a little bit the first time. It ran a 1098 the first time. We did a burnout on the second time after I got a little heat in it. and it hooked up and it went a 1083 at like 64.9 mile an hour, basically 65. It's pretty freaking cool. So I'm thinking we might go play with it some more. Might try to put 16 degrees of initial advance, see if it goes any faster or pings or whatever, and do some more burnouts, maybe play. That was my brother-in-law was in the truck with me, so it was a little heavier too. So like I said, it definitely did good. So that's the next thing we're gonna do. We're gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna have AC on it when I do the cam. I'm gonna convert it to Fox Body or SN95 Serpentine accessories with the newer style stuff, and kind of clean all this belt drive crap up when we do the heads and cam. But yeah, I'm gonna get this out of there and try to clean up some of this wiring. I already pressure washed the engine, cleaning up some, but I might do it some more. Just to, you know, obviously you just move stuff, you uncover more grime and crap. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put headers on it, shorties. It's got like 2-inch down pipes and these like weird vacuum valves. That's crazy. Like, I don't know, I guess to help it heat up faster or whatever. I think they're always open, because if they were always closed, it wouldn't freaking run. But yeah, we're gonna do eBay special headers that hook that up to make it 2.5 inch, and then put an X pipe in it, and then we'll go make some more hits on it and see what that picks up. And after that, I'm gonna fine tune the carburetor some more, put a wideband in it, and then I think we're going to put some tires on it. Maybe try to find like a 235 drag radial for the rear. Do the axle flip kit to lower the rear end down, and put some cow tracks on it and some new shocks. Try to tighten the truck up a little bit and see if that helps make it go any faster. And after that's done, the next step will be to do the heads and cam. And after we do the heads and cam, I'm sure that's going to kill the transmission. So the next lineage of goal, obviously, is going to be the T5. And then after we get that all figured out, we'll put the nitrous plate on there. So I said this is going to be over the course of the next several months till Rocky Mountain Race Week. So it's going to be slow but steady. Like I said, I'm going to keep documenting the changes, what I change. I probably can put what I bought, like links in the description too, if y'all want to know like what I bought, what I used to recreate this. And if anybody wants to make a slow turd like this a little bit faster. Like I said, that's where we're at with it. We've already, so we started off at an 1132, the way I got it, and now we're at a 1083. 1182 at 63 mile an hour, and then now we're at 1083 at basically 65 mile an hour. So we've already shaved off, let's see, what is that? I'm dumb at math. Yeah, that's half a second. Yeah, that's basically, we've already shaved off half a second to the 8th mile. So yeah, our goal is 12.99 1/4, which I'm thinking finally starting to get fast enough that I can try to run out the 1/4 mile on the street to get times on that. So when I do the headers, we'll probably do a whole 1/4 mile hit, so we get the 1/8 and the 1/4 on it, and go for there. But yeah, that's where we're at with it, guys. Cobra's still in Birmingham, still getting a lot of work done. It's gonna be a while before we get back to updates on it. But yeah, some big things in the work on that car. I got the motor stuff back, quote with Jordan, so we're gonna start pushing that through. I said I'm hoping, if everything goes well, the motor will be paid for and finished by the end of the year, so we can put it in the car in 2023 and really see what we can make that combination do. Like I said, it'll be the motor, we'll have the transmission face plated, and the adjustable clutch, and we're gonna have a whole learning curve the first part of the season, but hopefully we can get it figured out by the end of the season and do something big with it. We'll see. But for now, we're gonna do the F-150, maybe start working on Garrett's car, and for the foreseeable future, I'm pretty sure the Corvette's staying together. No major changes on the Cadillac at the moment. So right now, the big project's gonna be the F-150, and then little spurts here and there on the Cobra. So everybody, and welcome back today for another update on Project Redman. It seems that that's what we're gonna be calling it, because everybody seems to like that. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy that it seems like we got some enjoyment we can get out of this project. So we're gonna try to stay consistent with it. Today, what we're doing is gonna pull this hideous hitch off. I'll show you all the hitch. I'm sure everybody's seen it when I did the walk around the truck. And we're gonna pull the manifolds off and cut all the factory exhaust off in preparation for the new shorty headers, new muffler, and exhaust we're gonna do on it. And it's not gonna be like traditional, like what's on the truck now. It's gonna be a little different, and I'm sure some people can already know, since we're doing like a sport truck concept with it, what it's gonna be. But we obviously, I did a cold start, couple revs on it before, so we can see what the sound change is like. I'm not too fond of the sound myself right now, so
if anything's different than what it is now, it'll be a lot better, because it's like 2-inch pipes, big old long glass packs, and it's not, they're true duals. They don't have no X pipe or crossover, H pipe or anything like that, which we will have with the new exhaust. So let's get into this part of the project, and let me flip around and show y'all what we got going on. So yes, this ugly thing, it's got to go. It's all like cut up back there too. It's not factory. They made the pipes come through and all that crap. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna work on fixing my tag light. That's obviously broken. And hopefully not have a fight getting these manifolds off, because obviously they've been on here for freaking 45 years, something like that. So hopefully it's not be too bad. I'm not gonna fight with the bolts down there, because I'm sure that will probably make me pull my hair out. I'm just gonna take the Sawzall and cut that baby off, and just hopefully have no problems unbolting these guys and slide that sucker off. Same for the other side, because all this is also was replaced at one time by just some 2-inch pipes welded in, whatever. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Hopefully get them off no problem, and just cut everything out from under the truck. I'll slap the headers on, then I can just pull it on my trailer and take it to the muffler shop and have them do my new exhaust setup, new muffler and everything. So that's where we're at. I'll probably set up a time lapse, be doing some work, maybe pulling the getting the hitch off and working on getting the headers off, and hopefully it'll go smooth and I'm not having to stop the time lapse, keep my battery from going dead, because I've been taking so long to get the bolts out because some of them broke or stripped or something like that. So we'll see, and keep our fingers crossed for good luck on this thing. That hideous thing off. That thing was hodgepodged on there, but it's all good. It's all thrown in the scrap bin, and now on the cutting the exhaust off. So let's get the Sawzall out and get to the fun stuff. Fight the mufflers a little bit, how I had them hung up in there, but that's all that's offset of it. All that good quality stuff. So I guess we're about to film trying to fight these manifolds off. We'll see what kind of luck we have. So wish us luck, guys. Let's get after it. Well, there we are. Wasn't too bad of a fight, like I was worried. Actually come off pretty easy. They broke right loose. Come on off, that one's off. That side off. So now, today's Sunday. The headers should be here Tuesday, so the next update will be slapping them headers on and probably load up on the trailer, take it to the muffler shop. That's everything off of it now. It's pretty cool. I didn't even know this. I pulled the wire out of it because I was just in a hurry. But this thing has an oxygen sensor. It's a 1-wire oxygen sensor, so it's pretty dumb, but it had an oxygen sensor on it. That's pretty sweet with a carburetor. So didn't even know that. So hopefully old girl is gonna wheeze a little bit better out these E5 heads. They're not an E7, they're E5, which is locking. I think they're locking E7, but the pump for the smog on the exhaust is larger, and the combustion chamber is a lot larger. So that's why the compression's so much lower on this thing. So yeah, that's the next step. Get them on, so we'll wheeze a little less, even though it probably breathes so little that the factory manifolds didn't even bother anything. But hopefully it'll sound better. But yeah, that's next, and that's probably all for the performance mods for now. It's gonna be tires and suspension and a little cleaning up stuff after the exhaust is done. Then after I get that all tuned up, we'll start working on the heads and cam project and really see if we can't. We're a little late behind because of parts delays, but they finally showed up today. So tonight we're gonna be slapping the new headers on the truck and getting it loaded up to go get the exhaust done on it and new tires put on it. So I just want to show you all these headers and the muffler I'm gonna use. I'm really impressed with my eBay finds for how cheap they were. I can't believe the quality. I think it's one of those ones that I got lucky and I won on something for once. So yeah, let's flip over and let me show you these headers and this muffler, because I'm pretty sure they're name brand stuff that's been rebadged or the original manufacturer. I don't know, but they look really good for how cheap they were. All right, so these are Fox body headers, shorties, for $99 for free shipping on eBay. It's supposed to be like 1 5/8 primaries. They got a pretty freaking thick flange. They sound, I mean, they're not super thick, but they sound pretty thick. The welds look halfway decent. I mean, they have a good feel to them. They even cleaned up, like where they welded on the inside. They become been deburred a little bit. I mean, that's pretty sweet. I mean, they both about look identical. They're supposed to be stainless. So they have good weight, good feel to them. All the flange is pretty thick. They even come with, like, I know these are cheap gaskets, they work, and bolts, no problem. I mean, that's pretty sweet. I would say that's a pretty good $100 spent on a set of headers. And then the muffler, this is a Jones muffler. They sell it. I think this is a Jones muffler. I think this is a MagnaFlow knockoff, or who actually manufactures them for MagnaFlow or whatever. Because this was $80, and it's a 2.5 in, 2.5 out dual, and it's actually got an X pipe inside of it. Like, so this is gonna serve as my muffler and my X pipe. So it's really gonna keep it really concise for the side pipes on the truck that we're doing. But yeah, I think this is the same one that MagnaFlow sells for like $140 by Jones, and it was $80 on eBay. So you can't beat that. So like I said, I won't be putting this on, but we'll video me putting the headers on, and we'll do a startup open headers, obviously. Got to do that. And then that'll really be to finish off this video until the next update will be with the exhaust on the truck and new tires on the truck. And we'll probably go do some drives and flybys and all that jazz. So we already got the initial sounds of what come on the truck and all that jazz back here, all this junk, yeah. All wore out junk. So we'll do that, kind of get used to, or I guess just get some sounds, tell the difference. I think it's gonna sound pretty good. As I said, then after the tires and this is done, we're gonna lower the rear of the truck, make it match. I'm gonna try to put some sway bars on it. I think that'll help. Got some upholstery work we wanna do. I've been buffing on it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I mean, it seems to be turning out pretty decent. So that's kind of, I buffed this whole door. It seems like it's got some pretty good gloss to it. The old single stage paint compared, you kind of see how dirty and flat it looks. I think it come around pretty good. I said I'm gonna try to teach myself, do some more research, learn about the buffing stuff, but I think we can bring this paint around and make it look pretty good. So yeah, that's kind of where we at. Exhaust, tires, lower, interior, sway bars,
all that jazz. And then after I think we get all that and I'm pretty happy with it, do some buffing on it, we'll start working on doing the heads and cam on it, and then nitrous. And then depending on how long the AOD lives, depends on when we put the 5-speed in it. So let's set up the time lapse, get these headers slapped on, and go from there. Also, I figured everybody would appreciate this. This is another little short-term project of mine. It's my buddy Blake, owns Avid Speed, does the tuning on my red car. I'm trying to get the suspension dialed in on this thing, and it's actually got an IRS swap in it. I have a 99 Cobra. This is more like a cruiser road course car. He's about to do a Cody swap in it, but he wanted me to get it dialed in. We're gonna put a true track in it, get the rear end dialed in suspension wise, and the front end dialed in suspension wise. It has a couple of things that need to be tidied up. Car's real darty, has some bad snap oversteer. So we're gonna I'll kind of touch briefly on the stuff we do when I'm working on it. But right now it's just a little 2.3 turbo setup with a T5. And like I said, after I get done with it, he'll be putting a Cody in there. So it's really gonna be pretty sweet. But like I said, we're just gonna be tying up a few loose ends, making this car handle like it should. But like I said, I figured everybody would appreciate that because everybody loves a notchback, especially a clean one like this one. Got both sides on, had to fight the dipstick a little bit. Had to kind of bend it and mod it or massage it some, but I got it fit and it fits good. That side's on, no problem. It is close to the transmission. There's an ear, so I think it'll clear, but they may have to grind it off a little bit. Not a big deal. This side, perfect. No problems, fits great. So let's do a startup. It's probably gonna be so super freaking loud and sound terrible, but you know, let's start it up and see what it sounds like. I'll take. Oh, ow. Oh, it's about to be so loud. Oh, it's so loud. Well, just loaded that incredibly loud thing up on the trailer, but that's where we're gonna stop off for the night. That'll end this video out. We'll check back in with y'all when the exhaust is done and the tire is on with some new Dragy hits, some flybys and sounds. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you later.